Hi everybody, this is Mr. Crandall. This video is a little bit late in the day. I do apologize on that. You can see I've got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going, but that's okay. We're still going to learn about roll and show the time. Set one. We're going to be learning and remembering how to do clocks, how to read time. This is week 2, day 4, page 1. All right, let's get started. So what they want you to do is tell the times. Now, I don't want you to do all the times on here. That would take a long time. I mean, you should work on it, but there's so many on this page. So I only want you to do 18 of them. As in, since there are 36, wait, hold on, let me see, I'm counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 6 is 24. My apologies. I only want you to do 12 of them. If you do all of them, that's great. Everybody needs to practice. But I only want you to do 12 of them. But how are you going to decide which ones you want to do? You're going to roll a die. The way you roll a die is you get a die and roll it. Or you can pick a number at random. You can see these numbers down here. You pick the number 3 and then do the first one from number 3 right here. Like that. And then you could do the first one, then say pick a number for 5. You can do that one. Now, I'm going to use a digital dice rolling device called Teal Dice. I'm going to refresh the page. So, before we start, this is a different types of die we're going to roll, and we're going to use a D6. It's called a D6 because it's a die, and it has 6 sides. So here we go. 5. Awesome. So, for the number 5, we're going to pick the very first one. So here's the number 5. Let's zoom in. By the way, like I said, if you don't have a die, that's okay. You can just choose a number, and you only have to do 12 of these. You could also just pick them at random, but I like using die because it's fun. So that's not the answer right there, by the way. So in order to do this one, we need to know our times. We didn't get to do this very much in class, if at all, because we ran out of time before we all had to go home. So I'm going to do it right here on the screen. 12. Oh, sorry. Let me start off. Remember, this is hours. Oh, that's minutes. Mr. Crandall's being crazy. This is hours. This is minutes. So the hours are the little numbers right there on the screen. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ding, 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 ding. And the minutes are those same numbers, but instead they're the numbers by 5. And we're going to go with red here. So 0, 5, 10. So 12 is 0, 1 is 5, 2 is 10, 3 is 15, 4 is 20, 5 is 25, 6 is 30, 7 is 35, 8 is 40, 9 is 45, 10 is 50, and 11 is 55. When you're doing the time, you have to remember that the long hand, these are called hands, the long hand is the minute one, so that's the red one, and the short hand is the hour one. So it says 5. Which one of these is 5? Let's see. 12 is 0. No. 1 is 5. Oh, I forgot. That's also 60, because when you go all the way around, it starts at a 0, it's also 60. But once you get to 60, it becomes a 0 again. It's never 8:60 o'clock. So we got 5. Let's see. So here's the long hand pointing right at the 5. And the 8 should be pointing at the 8. Now the 8 should be pointing right about there. Ding. That's not short enough. Remember, the hour hand is shorter. Shouldn't be wiggly like that. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, let's do another one. Roll a die and throw. We got number 1. All right. And computer's being slow. Computer's being slow. There we go. So number 1. Let's find number 1. Let's see. That's the next lesson. There's number 1 right there. So let's just pick one from number 1. I'm going to pick 2:15 right here. Now remember, you only have to do 12 of these, and you don't have to use the die. You don't want to. Whoa, way too zoomed in. Anyway, 2:15. Once again, the minutes are this one. Sorry, different color. The minutes are this one. The hours are this one. And the hours go, sorry, the minutes go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoa, that weird 3. Oh, that's why, because I'm not holding, I've got to hold the computer when I write these. It makes it easier. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So, like I said, we do the longhand first. 15. Let's see, find the 15. We got 0, 5, 10, 15 right there. And then 2, 15. So the hour hand, that's the short one, is going to be at the 2. But because we've already traveled 5, 10, 15 minutes right there, since we've already traveled 15, the hour hand is going to be just a tiny, it normally would point right there at the 2. But in this case, it's just going to point a tiny bit to the left of the 2. Right about in there. All right, that's 2:15. Let's zoom on out and roll another die. We got number 6. All right. Let's pick one from the number 6 zone. I'm going to pick the one on the bottom because I haven't done any one from this bottom row right here. We're going to do that one. And we're going to zoom in. Come on, computer. Come on, computer. There we go. It's being very finicky today. 12:10. We just did one very much like that one. Why not? So, once again, here are the hours. Here are the minutes. The minutes go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. My 0 looks like a 6. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. 50. There we go. Now let's find the minute hand. The minute hand says it will be at 10. So we've got to find 10. 0, 5, 10. There it is. And the hour hand will be right up here at the 12, just a little bit off, right about there. All right, is that 3 or 4? Let's see, how many have we done? We've done 3. Let's do one more. Let's roll the die. Ooh, I accidentally rolled 2, but we only need number 1. I know it says 4 on the screen, but we only needed the one that's a little square. So that's the number 1. So we're going to the number 1. Let's see, going to the number 1. Number 1. So number 1, let's go for the very first one in number 1. 4:40. By the way, that little X right there is not the time. That was just me showing that number. Probably should have cut it out because it made it confusing. All right, 4:40. We're going to have the minute is 40. The hour is 4. Quick reminder. Oh, they're both red. I don't want both red. The hour is 4. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. All right, so we do the minute hand first. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Sorry, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 right there. And then 4. 4 o'clock, give or take, right about, oops, wiggly, being wiggly. There we go. Wow, that is still just not a good straight line. Let me fix that. There's a button on here that lets me actually do better straight lines. I just don't use it sometimes because it takes a longer time. So this is going to be purple. There we go. Right about, oh, no, it's not 5, it's 4. Right about there. It'd be closer to the 5. There we go. All right, friends. I'm going to go through and edit this because there were some big blank spots that hopefully will go away. And once again, this was week. Oh, what was this? Week 2, day 4, page 1. And it was called Roll and Show the Time Set. You're supposed to do 12 of these. I only did 4 on the screen, but you got to do 12 of them. All right, friends. I'm going to stop this and then edit out the long, empty spots.